when we got ready for this show, I brought to your attention is there something in the Constitution that might be relevant? And tell me what you said.
Well, honestly, the only thing that came to mind was voting, right? There's so much going on now with voting audits and issues with 2020, even back to 2016. And like I said, we used to half joked at CoinFlip about, wouldn't it be cool if people could vote at our kiosks? But ultimately, I do think that things will move in that direction, and we're going to hopefully eventually get blockchain-based voting. And I don't know, that's directly tied to the Constitution.
No, I think there's nothing more connected to the Constitution than the right of people not only to vote, but to vote according to the rules. And this is where I really go off on this, because it's we always hear, let's count every vote, let's count every legal vote. Let's and that's what blockchain, I think, is the promise, right? Is that we could verify who's voting.
Not only that, but wouldn't it be cool that if you yourself just wanted to verify that your vote was counted? The fact that you could actually do that, how cool would that be? Like, don't get me wrong, I go and I vote, and I'm pretty sure my vote got counted.
You hope it
but
does.
I'm not necessarily completely convinced it got counted. There's paper, there's machines, there's people, all kinds of things can go wrong.
I agree with that, and shouldn't it be our goal that everything should be transparent and precise?
Yeah.
Who could argue that? Who could say, "Oh no, we want it to be"? Unless, of course, you want it to be, you want to be able to play with it. But the citizens don't want you to play with their vote, right? And I think that's what blockchain promises.
Well, everyone says, right, that the best disinfectant is sunlight.
Yes.
When it suits them. But the reality is, transparency ultimately gets you a better result, and blockchain enables that complete transparency, because again, it is unalterable. And that people don't realize how powerful it is. Like, just because something's in a database, people can edit what's in a database. Yeah. They can't edit what's on the blockchain.
Yeah, I think that's so important. And I'm going to go back to this because I think who can be against it? I don't think a citizen or anybody listening to our voice here today would say, I don't think we should be precise when it comes to voting. We should kind of let's kind of let. As a Chicagoan, born and raised in Chicago, it's always been the joke. Vote early, vote often. Is it a joke? That's where that comes in. It's like, is it a joke or is it real? I mean, do we say that joke because we know that there is some shenanigans going on? I just wanted to use the word shenanigans. And
can you use malarkey next?
Yes, I love that. That was next. But anyway, and whether there is or not is not really the issue. The issue is, can we make it that it's definitely not, right? That should be our goal.
Well, and it is doable. It's going to take. I think it's going to take some action from the federal government to make something like that happen. But I hopefully that eventually will, because if you really want to protect democracy, you have to protect voting.
Absolutely true. Absolutely true. Now, again, I think that what blockchain is. And again, I think everybody's listening. We should do a little research about what blockchain is. It is kind of complicated in only in the sense that it's technology. But putting these changes together, which is all it is data being put together in a way that with algorithms that you can't undo. And I just want people to understand that, and that this is where we're going. Not only for voting, but as you said, banking and I forget the other example. All of this, and knock it out. The middleman will decrease everybody's costs and everything, and that's really what it's. We want to get efficient. If you want efficient society, and who doesn't, right? This is the way. And I just want to kind of quote John McAfee on this. He said it's like he liked it to the invention of fire.
Right.
That this is how transformable it can be. Is that true? I don't know. But when he said that, I started doing a lot more research about what is this that could be equated to fire. I just thought it was interesting.
It is. I mean, it's